and welcome to a very special edition of the Project Bag podcast. This week I'm joined by the gorgeous Anna Nikipirowicz, who has come to talk to me about her new-ish book, Crocheted Wreaths for the Home. I hope you have as much fun watching it as we did recording it, and thank you, Anna, so much. It was a blast. Love you! Very special episode of the Project Bag podcast. My name's Gemma, and this week I am joined by the lovely Anna.
Hi!
Anna's joining me today to talk about her new, well, it's not very new now, is it?
It's not very new. It's been out since March.
Yes. New book, Crocheted Wreaths. We've been giggling a lot around the home, and she's brought them to show us, and it's really exciting, and it's especially exciting to see an actual another real live human being not on the screen.
Since the lockdown, we've been deprived a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah,
human interaction.
Yeah, because what happened, we were going to do your book launch on the 23rd of the weekend after the 23rd of March.
It was the 23rd.
Was it 23rd?
It was the 23rd of March.
Yeah, basically lockdown happened at that point, and we had everything planned. We were going to have a lovely event and do demonstrations. We had to cancel everything. We'll postpone it.
Postpone it, yes.
Because we're going to do it. We're going to do the book launch on the 19th of September. I should probably qualify this actually. We are coming to you today from the yarn dispensary, which is my day job. Yes, I manage the loveliest yarn store, certainly in Kent. And
it is a lovely shop. It's a beautiful shop.
Thank you. We like it. And this is where we're going to be doing the book launch in association with Search Press, and obviously with Anna, which is awesome. Hooray! So you have absolutely covered my table and my walls with beautiful, beautiful wreaths. So why don't you start? Tell me a bit about the book.
Well, the book is about wreaths, which you can crochet. Yeah. Well, in case you didn't know. It started off when I was on Kirsty, the
Handmade Christmas.
Thank you. It started because I was in a wreath competition.
Yeah.
And I decided to crochet
I saw
a wreath.
That one.
Yes.
That's you.
The thing is though, I love wreaths. I have wreaths all year round in my house. I never believed that wreaths are only for Christmas. I believe that they are for any time of the year. They can be around forever and ever and ever. So I wanted to create a book where you can take a humble wreath and have it in your house as a decoration all year round. So you can either celebrate seasons, celebrate events, or celebrate Christmas. But as I said, a wreath is for all year round and not just for Christmas.
Yeah, because traditionally we now think of wreaths as being for Christmas.
Absolutely.
But traditionally we would have had wreaths of wildflowers to ward off various different things.
Absolutely. Even during coming from winter to spring, you had wreaths. Hop wreaths you have from hop wreath for celebrate. So to celebrate the harvest, you had harvest wreath with the fruit and vegetable. So you had wreaths all year round, and I think throughout the years it kind of got lost to only the Christmas wreaths. And I think that wreaths are beautiful decoration. They look stunning on your wall, on your door, anywhere really. So I think it's wonderful to have them all year round.
So have we got one for every month of the year?
You have one for not every month, every season.
Every season.
You have one for every season. And you have few one to celebrate events like Valentine's, which you see the one on the wall here at the heart. You've got one to obviously, this is a winter one. We've got one to celebrate Halloween.
To keep that one for a bit.
You've got one to celebrate Halloween. And then you've got ones to just add colour, like the succulent wreath. It just to add colour. Or you've got the 2 mini wreaths. And this one is robin. It could be like Christmassy, but you can have it all year round as well. But these are just wreaths to celebrate colour and yarn and beauty of it all.
So this one in front of me here, is this the harvest
This
wreath?
is the harvest wreath, yes.
Okay, that's gorgeous. So tell me about this wreath.
Well, this one, my grandparents owned the farm, so they were farmers, and during the harvest, harvest was a big thing, and then you had the big celebrations afterwards. So this is to celebrate the harvest celebration. After all the hard work, you get rewarded with the produce and just wonderful feeling of achievement, really, I suppose. Yes.
So it's quite good fun. So we've got beetroot and Brussels sprout.
We do have
Oh
Brussels
my
sprout.
god, I love a Brussels sprout.
You've got a Brussels sprout, you've got sunflower, you've got garlic, carrots, and you remember these ones when I took over your Instagram?
Yes, we made the
I
radishes.
did them as a brooch, yeah. You've got an apple, you've got some asparagus here, peas. What
And
else
of
is there?
course, a little harvest mouse.
And of course, you cannot have a harvest wreath without a harvest mouse.
It's
You
just
cannot have it.
beautiful, and it just shows that it doesn't have to just be for Christmas. It's
No, it can
also-
be for anything really. And also the other thing I wanted to do in this book is show you that you don't only have to use the projects in the book for just wreaths. You can use individual bits and make them into other things. So in the book it comes with 12 projects to accompany your wreaths. So we've got a pumpkin, I don't have it on me actually, I don't know where it is. A pumpkin pin cushion. You've got and I also made this isn't in a book, but I made it separately. A little kind of mouse decoration.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be in the book, does it? You can just take
you
elements
can
from
take
the book.
elements from the book and make them into completely other thing. I have to say, I made a lot of like brooches. As I said, I made the brooches out of the wreaths. I made the fox
Oh,
brooch,
there's a nice one, butterfly.
the butterfly brooch.
Comes-
So you can tell.
Is that to do with that one?
No, that
No?
one is from the summer wreath, but the butterflies
Ah.
unfortunately got lost.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. Sorry, I didn't attach them like strongly enough, and they flew away.
Oh, be free. Oh, that's the one from that one, yeah.
Yes.
So a little
that's the spring
corsage,
one.
and that goes with this wreath.
Yeah, I'm just zhuzhed a little bit. So this is the spring wreath to celebrate the color on obviously of spring, and it comes. You can make a corsage additionally if you wish. Just you don't have to make it into a whole wreath. You can just do a bit. You know,
Yeah.
something.
And you reckon you should tell us what yarns you've used in that, but we can use anything, right?
You can use anything. I mostly use cottons and wool, purely because I love wool and I love like cotton really. But you can use any DK or 4-ply yarn. Again, with crochet, the wonderful thing about crochet, whatever yarn you use, you adjust the hook accordingly, and your project is either big or smaller. So it's not the end of the world if it's smaller. You can just make few additional bits and make it into the size you wish, really. So everything can be adjusted as you want. So let's say if you cannot find a wreath of certain size, you can just buy a smaller one and make the project smaller by using smaller yarns and smaller hooks. Crochet is about playing.
Yeah.
It's about enjoyment and playing. There's no rules, there's no structure. You are basically your own creator, like really. I just give you a bit and you do the rest. So
like
it is, yeah.
Sculpting with yarn
Absolutely.
crochet, isn't it?
Exactly what
Yeah.
it is. So you can have an idea and you can make this idea completely your own by using whatever yarn you wish, whatever hook you wish, whatever embellishment to add on top of it. So as I said, I just give you a small idea and you make it into a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's been really good fun because we made one here for the yarn dispensary, and it was when I had my car accident, so I was at home and people came to visit me, and everyone who came to visit was given a hook and some yarn. And they're like,
Make leaves.
Right, make leaves, make flowers.
Everyone makes a leaf, yes.
So it was a really nice joint effort, and it was great. But when we got it to the shop, the only wreath we had was giants, so we just stuck the book in the middle of the window.
And it looked really good. It actually
looks like
looked
the book's on a
amazing.
swing, you know.
But it looked amazing. It did. It looked really,
That's
really
great.
amazing.
So is this
Yeah.
an example? This is an example of one of the things that you can just play
Yeah.
around with and do.
Okay, how simple is this? All right, when I created this one, it looks like not much, but trust me, it's very effective actually. I created this and I wasn't sure, so I hung it on my bedroom wall. I've got like a wall of pictures on my wall in the bedroom, and I took one of them on and hung it in the middle. And you know what? It is incredibly effective. And actually, I fell in love with it. I was like, actually, this is really nice. Again, what I have used is sticks that I found in a garden. So this literally stick and some twine, and then added vines and berries. So I did use beads because I love beads, but you don't have to use beads at all. But again, simplicity. You don't have to buy a wreath, a round wreath. You can just take a stick, take some twine and create a hanging. It doesn't have to be structured into an actual round circle wreath.
So you could decorate anything. So if you took the Christmas one, for example, bits of that, you've embellished it on the fake pine there. You could do that for your garden over your mantelpiece.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, exciting.
So again, any part of the wreath you take and you can make them into anything you wish. Nothing is structured. You don't have to be structured into anything. So yeah, as you said, you can make the succulents. You can make them. You can put them in a terrarium and have a little display on your table.
Oh yeah, I love this one. I'm just going to be very careful with
it's
this.
It's a bit broken. It unfortunately got cracked. Yes.
They've been travelling, haven't they?
Have
Succulents on tour, crochet on tour.
Yeah. So a few of them gone missing. There was a lot more. But yeah, you can, as I said, and you can be a table.
But that's great because even succulents I can't keep alive.
No, me neither.
Vic grows little baby succulents. Vic, who works here, and he gave me a baby succulent, and Magnus unpotted it. Magnus the puppy, and but I might stand a chance of keeping something like that. So yeah,
no, I'm the same. When it comes to flowers, I'm a bit.
But then you can swap that out. So you've got a succulent geranium. You could have something else geranium.
You can have anything. You can have a bloom geranium.
A bloom geranium. Is it hard to crochet with beads? I have never. In fact, do you know what? Full disclosure, I've never knit with beads.
Yeah.
Let alone crochet.
No, it's not. No, you work them into the stitches. So beads. In half treble, that's UK terms. Half treble and treble, you always, when you do your yarn over hook, you bring them so yarn over hook into the stitch, grab the stitch and pull it through. So you have 3 stitches on your hook. You slide the bead forward, so it's in front of your work, and then you finish off the stitch as normal. In double crochet stitches, beads always come on a wrong side. So if you're including beads into the double crochet, you need to make sure that your wrong side, it will be your right side of work, because they will always come on the back. Where in half trebles and anything above, they will come to the front by sliding forward.
That is really interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds doable as well.
It's very doable. Very doable. Yeah. Everyone is a bit scared of working with beads, but actually they're very effective. And I love they're very effective.
Love that one with the blackberries.
It's
the beads that make it.
It's just beads, This is. Otherwise it will be very, it will be still nice, but it will be quite blunt. But with the beads, it kind of makes it a bit shine.
So
sparkle! I do love a sparkle.
Oh yeah, no, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say next. I was going to ask you another question.
We will wait
for the brain to start ticking. I'm just distracted by beads. That's what's happening.
Beads now.
It's all about the shiny.
Yes. The shiny.
Okay, right. While I'm trying to think of what I was going to ask you, which one's your favourite?
I don't know.
It's me.
I think this one. This one, because of the foxes, I love animals, and those 3, especially the mouse. I love the mouse. Me. This one, but I have to say this one, and maybe this one because it's got an owl and the pumpkins, and maybe this one, and I think this one as well, and I think this one and this one. Yeah. So I think these are my favourites.
Yeah. It was a mean question. It's like asking you to choose your favourite friend or child or a cat or something. You just
can never choose my favourite cat.
I still can't think of what it was. I'm going completely mad. So I did some of your wreath, and it was the first time I'd followed a crochet pattern really, other than doing sort of really basic things. But is this? Oh, that's what I've remembered what it is. This is important. With tangent, we're going back. So you were saying this is UK terms.
Yes.
Now, because crochet is not my forte. I love it. I love doing it. I teach basic crochet, but I'm not an expert. When we're saying UK terms, am I right in thinking that if you're reading a pattern and you don't know whether it's UK or US, if it has single crochet, then it's US,
yes.
and if not, then it's UK?
Yes.
Perfect.
Also, if it has, you know, in UK we say fasten off or buy off or cast off. In US they say bind off. So that is a big indicator as well. That is actually a US pattern.
There we go.
But the biggest one is if it's a single crochet, it's UK. It's US. Sorry.
Let's just confuse you all now. But I kept saying, because I taught myself to crochet. My grandma taught me to crochet when I was little, but she could only do granny squares.
Yeah.
But that was fine because she could knit everything else she wanted to. And so I did that for years, and then I wanted to try other things. So I started to learn from YouTube, but everyone's using US terms. And so when I was teaching here, my students kept saying double when I said single. They kept correcting me, which is great. That's great.
Yeah, it is. Now, I learned to use, I mean, to be honest, I learned to crochet as a child, but I don't actually remember. Because obviously in Poland, the terms are called in different ways. So it's completely irrelevant, really. But I learned to crochet again, like relearn to crochet again in UK terms. Yeah. So that's what I use. I use UK
So
terms.
have you been crocheting your whole life then? Or did you take a break?
I did. Oh, yeah, I took a break. Took a break. A slight break. I did learn as a child. I learned to knit and crochet as a child. But, you know, as a child, you don't really pay attention to it, do you, really? It's kind of something that gets somewhere at the back of your mind and you just move on to other things. And then I started again about 15 years ago. So I picked it up again.
Yeah. How did you go about deciding what to put on each wreath? Did you start with a theme or did you...
I started with the winter ones and the autumn one because that's my favourite season. Well, autumn especially. Autumn, spring are really my favourite. I do like winter, but not as much as I like autumn or spring. So it was kind of this. And obviously you need to put an Easter wreath in there because Easter, it's something that everyone likes. Even if you don't celebrate Easter, it's just such a...
Yeah.
It's a cute thing.
It's secular.
It's a cute thing, isn't it, really? So you have to put an Easter one, and obviously, that's the one. And I wanted to put a bunny with the bottom going in. I don't know because it's just.
I just seen the bunny butt.
Yeah, it just got a little bottom going in, and I kind of because it's cute, isn't it? It's something that's cute. So I started with those, and then I think like, what else? Well, harvest, definitely harvest because it's to do with my grandparents. So definitely harvest, you know, and succulent because my mum used to love plants, and actually this is about my mum because she loved flowers and plants. So definitely spring, and she loved spring. So every wreath has a bit of me in them. It sounds a bit weird, but it is. It's kind of like everything is. Thank you. It's something. It's personal. It's not. They are not just going. Oh, I'm gonna do that because I feel like doing this. It's something that I really thought about. So every wreath has something that is important to me. In this, it's that I value, I treasure. So
if you're someone like me who isn't very confident with mucking around with things and chopping and changing things, that's really lovely to know because I can make your wreath and think, oh, this is really special. I'm showing something special with Anna here. That's lovely. And if you're feeling more adventurous, you can pick bits or just colours or all that sort of thing to make it personal to you. That's really nice.
Yeah. So it's all about taking every single item and making it your own, really. So so it's personal to me, but then you making and add your touch, and it's personal to you, and that's the beauty of it all, really, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
It's the beauty of handmade.
So what's going to happen is on the 19th of September, you're going to come and see us again.
I will.
Yes, and we're going to have a whole stack of Anna's gorgeous books, and
I will come too.
Oh yeah, Anna's coming too.
I will come also.
I think I said that. Did I say you're going to come and see us?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know. We're delirious. It's been a long afternoon. It was really dramatic here. We had no electricity when I opened the shop this morning, and Anna, you live hours away, don't you? Hours drive. And I was like, I didn't have Anna's number because I was on a different phone, and I was Instagramming her going, Anna, we've got no electricity. Hold on, don't leave.
And I was like, oh, okay. Hold on, Dave. We're not going yet.
And then it was like 10 minutes later, we're okay. You can go. So yeah, it was a bit mad. But yes, so 19th of September.
Yes.
Now we do.
Which is a Saturday.
It is a Saturday. The market's on, which is great, exciting. And nice buns are out front.
They are delicious.
Cake stand. Buns. A cake stand. Sorry.
They are delicious though. They are delicious. They have beautiful buns and breads. Gorgeous, gorgeous, really, really delicious actually.
Yeah. So the market's great. We are appointments driven at the moment, so if you're vulnerable or just anxious, you can book online and tick the yes I'm vulnerable box. You don't have to tell us why you're vulnerable, and we won't let anyone else in at the same time for your appointment, but we will be doing walk-ins, and I'm sure Anna will smile at you and sign your book if you want.
And we're hoping to do some demonstrations, a little crochet band stuff.
Yes, basically we were going to do all this indoors, but obviously, you know, COVID, lockdown. So we have a beautiful courtyard here at the shop, and I will put some shots in of that shortly. And the plan is to get a kind of, and in case it's wet thing, what are they?
Marquee,
thank you. Sorry, we're here playing charades with us now. Yes. And we're talking about a book. I've lost it. And we're going to be like, oh, it's going to be posh. It's going to be like they do at Hampton Court Palace at Kirsty's Handmade Fair. You know, we're going to have the screen and the mics, and I have got
hello.
I have a lapel mic.
Do you?
I have a lapel mic.
Oh my God,
I have the proper stuff.
It's so gonna use it. It's so gonna use it. I'm gonna have a trolley as well. I don't know why. I just want a trolley.
Okay,
I really want a trolley.
We have a trolley, and so we'll have the camera, and it will show you exactly what Anna's doing. You can follow along, and so there'll only be a few spaces for that. So we're gonna sort that out when we know what the weather's doing.
Yes.
So in a couple of weeks we will know for definite if we're doing that.
Well, fingers crossed it will be nice and we'll be able to do it, because it would be nice to have this kind of atmosphere that we were planning on having.
Yeah, because of course you were going to come and teach at our retreat as well, weren't you?
Yeah, I was going to do the retreat, and we had so many amazing things planned, and unfortunately life happened, and
but we will still do them because we do not give up.
We do not.
No.
It's just a small break, and then we'll start again.
Yeah,
it's all good.
We're making this happen. We're determined to have the book launch. It might be 6 months later than your book launched, but
it's happening.
It's happening.
Exactly.
And I'm really excited because Anna's very, very kindly said that we can borrow these wreaths for our window displays, which is what we're going to be doing next. But so I mean, this is a podcast. So what are you crocheting at the moment?
I can't say.
You can't tell. So you're doing anything?
Socks.
Are you doing anything?
Socks. I can say it's socks, but I can't say what it is.
Socks. So watch this space, folks, because I have never crocheted a sock.
Do you know what? Socks, crochet socks has been a bit of a revelation. I love a crochet socks. Obviously, crochet socks are very different than knitting socks because crochet fabric behaves in different ways. So crochet fabric stretches lengthwise and not widthwise, where with knitted fabric, it stretches both. But crochet, no, only lengthwise. So you can have a really long sock, but very narrow sock. But there are ways of going around it, and they have had a little bit of an explosion. Yeah. And everyone is doing it.
A renaissance of crochet socks.
I love it.
A renaissance. I've got to ask, are they bumpy inside?
No.
See, as someone who doesn't really crochet much other than blankets, that was my concern.
No.
That they would
They're not bumpy. They are very comfortable socks.
They're like
you just, as I said,
squishy.
You just need to, again, the vital thing is here, they do not stretch widthwise, only lengthwise. So you do need to make a correct size. So I've got chubby feet, so I always make the largest size with size foot length, size 6. I'm saying, I'm asking you. I don't know why.
I don't know what size you are.
Size 6. I'm size 6.
So
I make the length of size 6, but I make the width for the chubbiest feet.
That's really useful to know.
Yes,
because
you need to adjust it.
I haven't got calves. I've got cows, and but I've got little feet. I've got little duck feet. They're like 3.5. But so I can stand up and not fall over like I'm on stilts. They're wide, so I've got little duck feet. So that's cool. That's good to know.
So you always need to adjust. You will never go as with knitting pattern. You are size 6. You will make size 6, and that's your size 6. With crochet socks, you might have to adjust. You don't have to. If you have beautiful feet and slender and perfectly proportionate, so just do your size.
Well, I'm going to finish with 2 questions I ask everyone I interview.
Go on.
Okay, I didn't warn her about this. Sorry, I'm just landing it on her. But we're friends. That's fine. Whether we're still friends after this, I don't know. You'll have to ask Anna. Okay, so and I share mine as well. So your proudest crochet moment and your biggest crochet fail.
Do you know what? Okay, I know it's going to sound weird. Well, it's probably. I think that. I don't know.
Oh.
Let me have a think.
I'm with my questions.
Shall I start with a fail?
Oh, go on, why not?
I started with a fail. I was crocheting a poncho, and it was coming along great. It was coming along really, really great. I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna crochet. It was kind of like, I think I started to crochet, maybe I was crocheting for about a year or something. But again, so I was so proud of my poncho. And then I realized that I'm using a lot of yarn for this poncho. It's just eating up yarn. I was like, what am I doing? Why is it eating so much yarn? And I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on. And it looked fine. It looked thingy. Actually, now I was crocheting 2 ponchos but joined together. So I literally created a sack. So yeah, so it was basically a sack. I have no idea. But you know what? The weirdest thing is, I was trying it on. It was perfectly fine. And I was like, what was I doing? What was I trying it on? So I have no idea how I have done that. But yes.
So you've crocheted 2 rounds together. And
I think, like, why is it using so much yarn? What's going on here? He said this much, you know. But yeah, no. It was the oddest thing. I still have it, I think.
I'm going to be greedy. I've got 2 crochet fails.
I'll go on.
Okay, so my first crochet fail is that I'm doing the granny stripe blanket.
Yeah.
And like, I've watched podcasters and they're all doing it, you know, it's the thing.
Yeah.
And it's, they say, oh, we chained about 300 to start with. And so I did that and that's too narrow. And so I did a few more. I was like, no, it's still too narrow. I wanted to go over my double bed. And I wanted to go over my double bed so that my husband and I
300 stitches, that's a lot of stitches.
So, yeah, foundation chain. That was not fun. Set up row. Don't talk to me. The air was blue. I might have said some naughty words. And so I did it and I thought, yeah, that's about the right length. But of course it grows.
Yeah.
I didn't know it
grows.
It
expands.
So, do you want to know how wide my crochet blanket is now?
I'm guessing about 5 meters.
7.5 feet.
Ooh!
7.5 feet wide. I wanted it to cover both me and my husband in beds for not fighting over the blanket. Right now, we could have a row, be sleeping in different postcodes, and still be cosy.
Well, that's always a plus.
Yeah.
Okay. The proudest crochet. I don't know. Okay, fine. Yes, the Kirsty thing.
Yes.
The Kirsty thing. The wreath I made for Kirsty. Actually, do you know what? I'm very proud of it because actually every single piece on that wreath, I've made it in 3 hours and that was with wire. I crocheted with wire, so there was a mixture of wire and yarn.
Yeah.
And I did it all in 3 hours. So every single item on it was crocheted. So yes, okay, that. My 3 hour wreath. That my hands were bleeding afterwards. By the way, because of the wire. It's so difficult to crochet with wire. And when you're doing it quickly, so my hands I remember I couldn't crochet for like, I think about 3 weeks because my hands had to rest. They were really...
suffered for your art.
Yeah, I suffered for my art. So worth it though. But yes, that, I would say that.
Yeah.
That.
Well, mine was that I was asked to crochet a little swing coat for someone who watches the podcast for their daughter, and she's such a lovely little girl. She's really, really sweet and just she's sassy. She's got sass, this little girl. She's got spunk. She's great. And I hadn't ever actually crocheted a garment before.
Okay.
And I did it. I've got no idea if it fits because it took me about 6 months. She has never sent me a picture of it, so I don't know. I don't know if it fits, but I was really, really proud of it.
Oh, that's really nice.
And it was fascinating
gorgeous.
because like you do the skirt bit and then you pick up along the skirt bit. It's almost like a kilt because you do faux pleats, faux rib, and then you just build the shoulders in.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Honestly, you need to crochet. If you don't crochet already, crochet. Come see us on the 19th and crochet.
Yes, come and crochet with me.
Well,
come and make an acorn.
I don't know about you, but I need a cup of coffee.
Me too.
Right, we're going to go get coffee. It's been lovely to chat with you guys again. Thank you for joining me. I know I've kept you waiting for a very long time, but I think you'll agree it's worth it. Yes. See, if I take a break and then bring you this fabulousness. See? So yeah, we're going to go and grab a cuppa and try and calm down the delirium. And yeah, see you.
And I'll see you on the
19th.
19th.